7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
The Savachi syndrome, I'm telling you, I'm like, well, holy shit, that was crazy. Wait for it. Thick and slick. Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Moto Aftermath Show Fantasy Podcast Edition. We are here wrapping up Seattle and talking about the final Triple Crown of the year, St. Louis. Week off, and I'm rattled. I've been off for a week, so I haven't been practicing my speaking points as per normal. So anyway, before we get started with this, though, let's thank our sponsors. So as always, I want to thank our presenting sponsors, TLR Coatings, Premier Custom Trailers, and Energy Fuel, because it's the best fucking drink out there. Also want to thank everyone else who is on board with us, helping us out with prizes and everything. Adept Creative Co, Holester Co, Alias Sports, Gutter Worx, Dirt Bike Depot. Sorry, I'm literally rattling this off my brain here, guys. I don't have my cheat sheet in front of me. Isaac Nelson Designs, Clutch Media. Am I forgetting anybody, Justin?
I don't think so.
I think that was everybody. Hopefully that was everybody. Like I said, I'm rattled. I don't even have my cheat sheet in front of me. We've been off for a week. For those of you who don't know, we do play Fantasy, Supercross, and Motocross on the Pulpamix Fantasy Show site. So go ahead and check them out. Join our league. It's the Moto Aftermath Show League. And then make sure to follow us on Instagram and DM us your team name, because we give away weekly prizes, courteous of our friends over at Alias Sport, aliasport.com. And we give away year-end prizes, which include a number one number plate, Kevin Moran's jersey, Scott Meshy jersey, a Dirt Bike Depot gift card, T-shirts, all sorts of stuff. So, again, like I said, make sure to join our league and jump in and play. As always, with me here, one of the co-hosts, because Cole is, well, I guess he's actually doing adult things supposedly tonight, so we can't really, can we make fun of that, or...
If he's telling the truth, but I don't know if he's telling the truth, so, we'll never know.
We'll find out tomorrow.
We have 3 days to just absolutely beat his spirits down, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just take whatever youthful exuberance is still in that under
Just
30
fucking
kid,
chuck it out the window.
and just fucking leave it on the window at I-55 in a cornfield. Fuck.
Bury it.
Holy
Bury
shit.
it.
On the phone with me, it is the original co-host. It's the one, the only, Justin Hartzell. Hi, buddy.
How's it going, bud?
Oh man, it's been a long week. My fucking meter was real high today, but I plowed through that, and now we're here. So we are, in case anyone's wondering what we're talking about, we are going to St. Louis tomorrow. You, me, and Cole for the race. We're going to do a couple other fun things. Usually the Lego store is on my agenda when I go to a big city, because we don't have one locally here in the old little Kalamazoo, Michigan. And also we are going to the Pulpamex live show tomorrow night with our Moto Aftermath show T-shirts on. So this is going to go well. I'm excited for this.
Oh, that's great.
I mean, two big dudes and a scrawny dude, whatever
Fucking
we call
shit
them.
up.
Just just in our bright red shirts that say Moto Aftermath Show. I'm sure they won't know we're there.
Just fucking shit up.
Yep, it's gonna be awesome. And my retired Geico Honda coat.
Kevin Moran's hats.
Yes, that too. Should I wear the red Geico Honda coat, so that way it's like red on red? Totally kidding. I'm wearing the blue one because it's not supposed to be like that cold. Although it's not supposed to be great. It's supposed to be like 46 for a high tomorrow there. It sucks.
Saturday will be nice, though. I think it's supposed to be like 56 and sunny, so that'll be nice.
It said 55, partly sunny, and then Sunday when we're leaving, it's supposed to be 71, so it'll be nice on Sunday. So, all right.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just killing some time here, basically, because we have a short show tonight. As I said, we are wrapping up Seattle and then talking St. Louis picks, but St. Louis is a Triple Crown, so basically, I mean, for lack of a better term, at this point, if you're anywhere in the running, you pick the highest handicaps you can, who qualify for the night show, and you pick the best all-star that you can pick, and you go for it. So, but before we get into that, let's talk results from last week. So first off, congratulations to yeah, I speak good English. I told you I'm rattled. Congratulations to Dirt Scooter 13 with a score of 275 last week. He did win our league. So Dirt Scooter, if you hit me up, we will get a prize coming in the mail to you at some point between now and before 2023. Looks like, man, did I win last week between the three of us?
Yeah, I think so.
Holy fucking shit. I mean, honestly, I don't even remember. I remember it wasn't a great week for me.
It was a terrible week for me.
So, okay, cool. So, last week, for scores, I ended up 35th in our league, which isn't terrible. Ended up scoring 225. 250 class, I had Jalik Swole, got me 30 points. Christian Craig, 23. Caden Amarine got me 30. And my letdown was a little bit of that Ryan Surratt sauce. Only got me 12 points. In the 450 class, I had the marvelous Marvin Muskin, got me 26. Oldenburg nailed down 42. Chiz got me 34. And Clayson got me 28. Again, for a score of 225, which was the best out of us three dipshits. Justin, what did you have?
So I had a terrible week again. I had 187 points because I decided to roll the dice on the 250. Yeah, man. You know what? I took a shot. I swung, and it didn't work. So 250s, I had Derek Kelly with 30. I had Christian Craig as well with 23. But I decided to, like I said, swing for the fences and go for Josh Greco and Colin Jurin, and they both obviously didn't make the mains. So that was rough. Honestly, though, my 450 points weren't bad. I had Joan Cross with 32. I also had Marvin Muscan with 26 and Oldenburg with 42. And then I also picked Justin Starling for 34. So, honestly, had I not tried to, swing for the fences and pick two guys that hadn't rode the 250 class all year, I probably would have been right around or maybe just underneath where you were at. But, sometimes you got to swing for the fences and see what happens. It didn't work. I mean, after the way Indianapolis went, I've dropped so far back, so I'm not even worried at this point. At this point, I'm just trying to put in some decent results and see what happens. But I know at this point, I'm so far back now, it doesn't even really matter. So we'll see what happens moving forward, what we got. How many more rounds left?
Six.
Two, or
no,
five?
Five, yeah, five.
Yeah, 5 more rounds. So, I mean, basically, I'm setting a standard that I want to be in the 225 range for the next 5 rounds. And if I can meet that, then I'll be fine with it. Because before Indy, I was actually doing very, very well. You and me were killing Cole. And then Indy happened, and that's when it fell apart. So if I get 225 the next 5 rounds, I'll be fine with it.
Yeah, so just so everybody knows, too, since he's now on the phone, Cole split the difference. He went skiing with us this week, and he got 217. He had Hunter Lawrence for 26, Wyatt Lyonsmith for 42, and then he rolled the dice. He had Devin Harriman for 0, and Hunter Schlosser, who broke his back or something, for 0. But then 450s, he had A-Ray, 32, Marv, 26, Oldenburg, 42, and Starling, 34. And he nailed Craig for first lap leader for 15 points, which got him to 217. So that was good. Let me go back here to the overall and see where we're at here overall.
I think he's 50 points down from you.
Let me see. So in the series overall, I am 25th with 2,856. Cole is 35th, so he's exactly 10 spots back with 2,818. So he's not quite he's 38 points. And you're not on the first page, and I am. No,
I'm at 20. I'm at at 26-18 or 26-22. Like I said, Indianapolis really fucked me over. So like I said, at this point, I know that I'm so far back. I don't even really. If I get 225, like I said, I'll be happy.
So the sad thing is my average is 238, but the guy winning 2-stroke no smoke in our league is averaging 255 points, which is fucking ridiculous. Let's go to the dashboard here. Now, oh man, I've fallen out of the top 1,000. That sucks. Oh well. Whatever. Okay. Anyway, moving on here. Let's see here. My team. All right. So moving on here, we're back to the East Coast, and again, this is a triple crown. So you just got to basically pick guys that make it in, which will be really easy because we're going to run the LCQs before the night show even starts. So definitely we'll be picking in between LCQs and night show. 250 class here. Now, one thing to note they were talking about on the Pulp Show was that next week in Atlanta is a East-West showdown. So,
Oh yeah,
top 4 in the East and top 4 in the West will be all-stars for the 250s. So, might be lucrative to pick someone 5th through 8th this week as your all-star. And then that way next week you have options. So
East-West Shootout is going to be a great weekend in both of them, actually, to make up a lot of points in the 250 class.
yeah. Now a couple other things to note. I heard Grant Harlan is not riding. Number 1, I heard he got dropped from the team he was on, and number 2, I heard he got hurt. So he's out. Let's see here. Anybody?
Styles is also out. From obviously he got hurt before Indy.
Yeah.
Kyle Peters is back in. Max Volan is finally back in. Cooper Webb is out this weekend. And Shane and Max Anstey are both back in for the 450s this weekend as well.
Okay. Well,
I don't think anything else outside of that that's very interesting, to be honest with you.
okay. Well, I am picking a team right now.
I already have a team in mind if you want me to go.
Yeah, who do you
if
got?
You're still picking yours.
Yeah.
All right, so my all-star, and once again, like Travis has said quite a few times, this is a triple crown. So obviously these are probably not going to be our teams, like probably at all, other than maybe our all-stars. So my all-star is going to be Pierce Brown at a 3. I just think kind of at this point, outside of Jet and McAdoo, I mean, who else are you going to – I mean, RJ and, I think it's down to those two who – if you're not going to pick Jet or McAdoo, I'm going to go Pierce Brown at a 3. I am going to go – let me see so I know his handicap. I'm going to go Phil because he is not an all-star anymore because he didn't make it in Indy, and he's at a 0 handicap. And we know that, yes, Indy, he didn't make it in. Him and Hardy Munoz had a gnarly battle, but he's a top 10 guy. So if you're at a 0 handicap, I'm pretty fine with that. I'm also going to go with the guy that made sure he didn't get in Indy, and that's Hardy Munoz at an 8. And then I also think, man, I got to go with Chiz at a 0. I mean, I know that Indy wasn't great. He got an 11th, but I think that he's just consistent enough that I think he's going to be top 10 no matter what. And like I said, at this point, I just have a 225 goal. And I feel like I'm rolling the dice with this one, but I feel that his qualifying times – oh, no, I already got 4. So the only other guy I would be looking at is Jarrett Fry. That'd be the guy I would look at 11. I know we make fun of him, but let's be honest, his qualifying times, he can make it in on those. And if you're guaranteed a spot in an 11, I mean, dude, he can do 18th. So he'd be the only other guy I'd really look at. But, yeah, I got Hardy Munoz, Chiz, Nicoletti, and Pierce Brown.
Okay. Okay, so my 250 class, I have Phillip, I have Marshall Welton, I have Josh Varese, and then I got Pierce Brown, all subject to change depending upon how qualifying and everything goes, because like we said, we're going to know everybody that's in there. So that's what I got for the 250 class. Honestly, if there's some 16s that get in there, I will pick them. So I am still somewhat playing the long game here of trying to average 230 plus, because I know some people are going to get sendy here as we get into the last 5 rounds because they're going to try to be passing their friends. They're going to try to get up into a prize position, something. So I'm going to keep the course here, even though I am in a spot where I could get sendy, but I'm just going to all 16s and what I hope to be a solid all-star for the weekend.
Well, you do have, and you're gonna, and like I said, the good thing is that we're gonna know there are a few guys that had some rough Indianapolis weekend or had a rough Indianapolis weekend, so their handicaps did go up, but they are good qualifiers. You got Luke Neese, I think he's at a 13. You got Jeremy Hand, who's at a 12. You got
fuck Jeremy Hand.
Yeah, but if you're talking about getting in qualifying times, he has been pretty much top 18 almost every weekend outside of, I think, the first weekend in Minneapolis. So if he's guaranteed he gets it on times and he's at a 12 handicap, I mean, dude, that you're fine. And then Josh Cartwright's another one. So Josh Osby's at an 11, another guy that has really good, he's good at he has good practice qualifying times. So
look,
I mean, you have some guys that you
I don't trust Osby to beat one guy and make sure I get double points. All right.
Yeah, but I think he did in Indy, though. I think all he did was beat that one guy, and I think he's an 11 handicap. So, like I said, you have some guys that if they can get it on the qualifying times, you have some high handicap picks. But I don't see any 16s getting in. I didn't look that close if there's any 16s, but I think we're at that part of the season that I don't see any of the guys that are 16 handicaps making it in because they're just so far off the pace that I don't even think they're going to be good enough to make it in through the LCQ. So I don't really know if this weekend is going to be as high in the scores as we'd seen in the first two Triple Crowns.
All right. Well, we'll see. Moving on to 450s here. Again, all these subject to change. But I have, for my All-Star, I have Ando at a 3. I just think that's a nice, safe one. I have A-Ray at a 12 because I think A-Ray will make it in. I have Freddie Noren at a 9 because Freddie's been doing pretty well at making mains, so we'll see. And then this one, real sendy here. I have Scott Meshy.
Oh, well, Scott did make it in. I mean, it wasn't in qualifying times, but he did make it in through the LCQ. So
Yep, at a 16. So, I mean, Justin Brayton's coming back. He's a 3, non-all-star possibility. Benny
Max
Bloss
is back. McElrath, Benny Bloss.
Yeah, is coming back. So speaking of Max and them, okay, I have not listened to all of the Moto 60 show yet. And no one else seems to be talking about this. Did you see Cooksy's post?
You mean his video? Well, I watched the video after you had sent that to the group text. I don't know if you've seen this, but that was actually cleared up. Max and Shane are racing this weekend, but apparently the thing is, and maybe you already saw this, is that the partner that Forrest was working with, there was, I guess, a lot of the money backer throughout this whole thing is not there anymore. So it's actually going back to the old name of BBMX, which is obviously Butler Brothers Motocross. And that's their new, they're going back to that name. Like if you look on their social media account, Rocky Mountain is not on there anymore. It's pretty much BBMX and whatever the fuck their other, Fly and all that kind of crap. So yeah, I don't know the guy's name. I think his name's like Mark something. I don't know. Racer X has a whole article on it. But yeah, it's pretty much, they'll be there this weekend. But I think that after Supercross, it's very up in the air of what's going to happen with that team.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I pumped Cooksey for info, but he wouldn't tell me who told him. So,
I mean, it's not shocking. Let's be honest.
Yeah, no, it's not at all, and it's even more. It gets even less shocking knowing that Rocky Mountain has now dropped them. So,
yeah, and then if Rocky Mountain has dropped him, and whoever this money backing guy is, or whatever, like I said, I think his name's Mark something.
Yeah,
maybe I'm wrong,
but he was somebody out of the UK, I think.
Yeah,
so I remember hearing it was an interesting situation.
It's going to start going downhill quick. They're going to start losing a lot of sponsors and a lot of connections.
Yep. So, okay, but they are going to be there, so that's okay. But yeah,
but Max is at a 7 and McElrath's at a 5, and who knows how healthy these dudes are. I mean, I'm going to assume that Max is definitely going to be the healthier one out of the two because he's been off a lot longer.
Yeah.
But who really knows? And then obviously, like you said, Benny Bloss coming back at 11, who we do know he can put in a one-lap heater. So I don't see Benny not making it in, but I also don't see him being able to go the 3 mains without fucking completely fading into oblivion.
Sailing himself. Yeah, like Benny will make it in. I have no qualms about that.
Oh,
it
won't shock me if he goes out and puts P12.
Yeah, so I'm out on that. Okay, who do you got, man?
So I got Justin Barsha, which he's also a 3, just like Ando. I am also picking A-Ray and Freddie Noren. I think those are 2 really good picks. The only other one I'm looking at, which, God, I love Scott, and I know that it's probably going to be, if he's going to get in, it's going to be through the LCQ, but the Triple Crown thing, I don't know, man. His first attempt at a Triple Crown was not great that weekend in Arlington, but like I said, we do know that he is a racer, not a guy that puts in qualifying times. So he'd be somebody I look at. But I'm actually going to go Justin Rodbell at a 14.
Ooh,
I know that his what's up?
I said, ooh, bold.
Yeah, but I mean, I know his qualifying times, he's been hovering around that 18 to 21, 22, but also kind of like Scott and like Kev, he's a racer. He's not a guy that's going to go out and put in one-lap heaters. So even if he doesn't make it in, I feel like he can make it in through the LCQ. So, yeah, I mean, we have 2 of the same guys in Nord and A-Ray, who we both know they can make it in through qualifying. And flip-flop, Barsha instead of Ando. And like I said, Rodbell. I mean, look, I would love to say that I'd be comfortable in picking Max, McElrath, and Bloss, but they're all coming back from being off for a while.
Yeah.
I'm not really confident that even if they do make it in, that their night's going to go that well.
Yeah, me neither. So,
Brayton is back as well. I don't know if we touched on that, but he's only at a 3 handicap.
I did say that. Sorry. What other
Dylan is up in the air.
I heard
It's highly doubtful.
I heard he's out. I heard he's not.
Yeah.
Only other one I'm looking at here, Heartraft at a 4.
I don't know, man. That's
top 10 dude now.
Yeah, but still, though, I mean, I don't know. Like he was good. He was good in the first Triple Crown in what was it, Glendale?
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, maybe now with Coop being out, it's almost a guaranteed. But Sexton is back this weekend. Who knows if his fucking head's gonna be scrambled or not? But I don't know. I mean, once again, we know it's that time of the year where it's very up in the air with a lot of these guys.
Well,
I mean, I'm not even.
Webb's out.
Yep, Webb is out. I don't know. Austin Politelli made it in Seattle. Actually, I don't even know if he's going to be there this weekend because I don't think he rode Indy.
Tristan
I don't know if
Lane at an 11?
Yeah, maybe. But once again, it's sketchy because he's definitely not going to make it in on his times. He's going to the LCQ, and obviously we know that's going to be a fucking shit show.
Yeah.
I'm out on Amart. Carnow to 12 maybe, but yeah, no, I don't. And Bogle's out because now his handicap, he's done so well the last couple weekends. His handicap's at a 2, so I'm out on that one. Yeah, I don't really have any other guys, and I haven't looked at the track map that close, so I don't know about the whole FFL thing.
Yeah, I haven't looked at that close either. So, all right, well, cool. Like I said, short show tonight. Anything else you got?
No, I'm just glad we're back racing. That week little break was nice. Now we're getting back to racing, so that's good.
Got 5 weeks, and then we got a few weeks off, and then we're into the summer grind of summer, baby.
Yeah, the grind of outdoors.
Ugh, sounds terrible already.
Well, at least they get more time off this year than the last couple of years. 3 weeks instead of 2, so that'll be nice.
Hurlings?
Yeah, man. I mean, maybe. I doubt it. I still stand by what I said in the group text because who knows when he's even going to ride. But if I'm telling you what, man, if it's confirmed before we do our show, that's going to be a whole different conversation we're going to have if Hurlings is in. Fuck, that'll take like 20 minutes just to go over that whole fucking thing.
I mean, it won't be that hard. He's probably winning it. We'll call it at least half to 3/4 of the races, and the title probably 95% chance. So
we should just tell Paul that because he's a foreigner and he's only on here on a 1 year or a half a year deal, that just make him a fucking 16 and not an all-star, so everybody picks him every weekend.
Yes, that's exactly what we need. So I don't know. I was having the conversation with Hopper last night about him, and
dude, it's all over the place, man.
I know. I'm super sad because I didn't cut the clip of us arguing about it before it kind of went big here. So,
dude.
But it's the talk of the town here because it's definitely on the dot. Like, we went in a very short time of like less than a week from you and I arguing about it and you telling me there was absolutely no way to now you're like, well, I still don't think so, but so like.
Well, I mean, fucking who was it? Lewis Phillips, and then also somebody else. I forgot who it was, but they basically put it at a 60-40 that he's going to be here. Look. Like I told you guys, I don't think it's going to happen because I know the fact that, like I said, that he was at a Moto GP recently and he couldn't even put weight on his leg, and he hasn't even they don't even know what he's going to start riding. But here's the thing. If he is for sure in and it's confirmed, like say even 2 weeks before fucking Paula, it'll be the equivalent of when RV went over and did the GPs.
Yeah.
Like, because we already kind of know that Cairoli's going to do this, but he's not doing the whole series. If Hurlings comes over here and races our series, even if it's just this year, it'll be the biggest news that has happened in fucking I don't know when. Because it's such a big deal. Whether people want to acknowledge it or not, whether they hate Hurlings, the whole Euro versus American thing, it's gonna light everything on fire because we're finally gonna settle to the debate of who is better, a Euro or our guys, because we'll have a whole fucking series to prove it.
Well, as I said before on the show, and I'll say it again, and I even said this to Johnny last night, if he gets good enough where he can ride the first round, he will be here. Because I'm
sure.
telling you,
because it's Hurlings.
KTM wants to win a title. I don't even
Oh,
think
yeah.
I don't even think it's him. Like he might be saying like, yeah, I would do it, but I'm telling you, behind closed doors, KTM is sitting there going, fuck, we are going to have 0 titles this year in the Moto scene.
Well, especially
0.
because, and you probably already heard this. There's a rumor going around that they don't even know if Coop's going to ride outdoors.
I've heard things, but I haven't heard anything solid.
So now if Coop doesn't ride outdoors, Marv's out. Obviously, Cairoli's going to do some rounds.
Yep.
But that's going to be it. He already in his mind knows which rounds he's going to do because obviously he's not staying here in the States. He's going to be going back and forth.
Yeah.
You're left with Aaron Plessinger. And we all love AP, but let's be real. He's not winning a title, and he's probably not even going to get top 3, which is shitty to say because he was so close last year. But let's be honest, he's not going to this year.
Yep.
You're basically throwing everything out there, and you're fucking making sure, like, hey, we need to win at least one title. We need to win a title.
Mm-hmm.
And Hurlings is obviously going to be your best bet. But, dude, I'm going to tell you this right now. If he is in, every ticket sale for every national, like, people that probably haven't been to a national in years are going to be like, you know what? I'm fucking going.
Yep.
I'm going. Because if anything, they're just going to be there because they want to. I don't know if they necessarily want to see Hurlings lose, but they want to be there to see that if he does lose, they basically can go, yeah, Americans are better, especially at fucking Redbud, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah. Well, like I said, with the what's it called? The momentum that Tomac's building here, it could, if he does come, it could get very interesting. I know you're a Tomac hater and you're going to sit here and say that, oh, there's no fucking chance or anything. I'm not quite that convinced. I think Hurlings will get him more often than not, but I think Tomac's going to win some races also. He is very comfortable on that bike.
Oh, for sure. And I'm not doubting that or whatever and fucking Tomac hater or whatever. Like, people can label me that. Like, I can't. At this point, I can't, change people's minds that I don't actually hate Tomac. But the problem is that Hurlings, he's going to come in, even if he's ready to go, he's going to be coming in behind the 8 ball. So his basically thing is the first 3 rounds, because I think we're getting 3 rounds. Yes, we're going to do Paula, Hangtown, and Thunder Valley, and then we're going to get the break before we do the East Coast swing. His basically objective would be, I have to be 3rd or better for this first 3 rounds because then I'm actually going to start to peak come round 4 at High Point when we go back east. That's going to be the only problem is that if Eli, because we know he's going to be 100% and now he's going to have more downtime after Supercross, he goes out and wins. Now we're looking at, well, Hurlings has got to be at least 3rd or better because if he's not, because he's not 100%, by the time we get to High Point, he's going to be too far back. So that's the only thing that sucks about this whole thing is that knowing that Hurlings might not be 100% for at least 3 rounds. But the shitty thing is that if he's not 100% and we know it and he still comes out in BCLI, holy shit, dude, people are going to lose their minds.
Yep. Well, it'll be interesting to say the least. So we'll see.
It's going to give some. It's going to breathe new air into our outdoor series. Let's just leave it at that.
I'll tell you what. Keep an eye on social this weekend. I bet you if he shows up at that American or at the Circuit of Americas for MotoGP this weekend, I bet you the rumors just go fucking even more wild than they already are.
Oh, for sure, dude. And look, like I said, if I'm wrong about this, and I don't know if these were my exact words when we did the show, if I'm wrong about this, it'll be the first thing in my life that I will say I'm happy to be wrong about because I've been saying this for years. Even when we first heard about this years ago after the Ironman thing that he could come over here, that's all I've ever wanted since fucking 2015 was to see Hurlings over here because we can finally figure out who is the best 450 motocross rider in the world. Is it Jeffrey Hurlings or is it Eli Tomac? And if it happens, dude, I don't give a shit that I'm wrong about it. I don't fucking care. I will be so ecstatic because the outdoor series will be absolutely insane. It'll be absolutely insane. And I know nobody wants to give credit to Dylan. He's going to throw his name in there a little bit. But yes, it's for the most part probably going to be Hurlings and Tomac because I feel that Jeffrey's going to do what Jeffrey's going to do, but Eli is going to have a reason to go past his comfort zone. And we'll find out if he can do it for a whole entire season. Can he ride to that limit where fucking Hurlings doesn't give a shit and Eli's like, you know what? I'm going to send myself into the ground if I have to.
Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. Only time will tell. So, all right. Well, that's enough talking about that stuff. We got 6 hours to talk about this tomorrow. So, thanks everybody for tuning in. Another episode of Moto Aftermath Show, Fantasy Podcast Edition. Make sure to check out our sponsors. Links in the description down below. Make sure to join our league, and we will be back next week to talk some more fantasy. And we will be back wrapping up St. Louis on the main show. So, thanks for tuning in. We'll see everybody next week.
See you.